Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We're going to talk about online business today, and we have Reza Farhan here with us. Thank you, Reza, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. Hi, Marjan.
Hi, how are you?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm not bad. I know that you're coming from site and you have so many issues at the hotel room. It's not that much convenient, but thank you for giving us this chance to talk about a business today with you.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I,
Thank
I,
you.
I was looking forward to talk with you and thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, sure. Can you please first introduce yourself and tell us why you have started this online business?
Okay. So, my name is Reza Farhan, and I am a civil engineer who's been in this profession for more than 30 years now. I was working in Iran on large infrastructure projects, and I came with my family. We migrated to Toronto, Canada, and after which, 2012 it was, and we came and stood for good from 2012 in Toronto. I have my small family, my wife and my daughter Tarani, my wife Nilu, and we are living now in Richmond Hill in
Awesome.
one of those subsidiary cities beside main Toronto area, which is the GTA area.
Yes.
And I had been going to and fro because I had my construction business. My profession is in construction. I had been in engineering for about 10 to 15 years. I finished project management there. I became a project manager in the engineering consultancy field. And then I started a construction company with my partners in Iran. And we have a construction company which is still working in Iran. And my partners are handling that. Uh, and we have a small branch of the same construction company here in Toronto,
Awesome.
which I'm handling here. But it's just a startup now, but it's hard to pick up now. So my main profession is in construction.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
right now I'm in Windsor. There's a small project which I've taken the responsibility uh, to do a small project in Windsor, and now I'm out of town from my hometown in Toronto. I've come to Windsor, so I'm talking to you from Windsor.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
Can you please explain why you started? You have a very busy life. I can see you have been so successful in your engineering, having your own company, construction company, working in so many areas. But again, you started online business beside of all these activities that you why you have done this one.
I always had this passion to go online.
Oh yeah.
So, I had seen many people, talking about making money from a side hustle on online business. And I was very curious and I started researching for about 1 or 2 years before I got logged on to this business. And fortunately, I got some information from one of my peers in LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn platform. So one of my peers in LinkedIn one day sent me a note that if you are interested in an online business, I am with a community who is in online business. We are doing an online business. It's a legit community. And that really raised my curiosity. So because I was also behind its online business for myself as a side hustle.
Mhm.
So I took the opportunity, and
Awesome.
she registered me on a webinar. It was a free webinar. So I went ahead and took part in that webinar. I went and watched the webinar. And the moment I saw the webinar, I watched for another 2 or 3 weeks the live webinars, and then I leaped in. That's it. I made my decision.
Nice.
And I said that this is the business which I was looking for. It's a legit business. There are lots of people. And the most important thing about this community is they are all ordinary people. You don't
That's
have to have a very high skill or a very high education or, like if you want to get into stocks, you want to get into cryptocurrency, you want to get in all those kind of other businesses which are online, you really need to have some knowledge. And
That's true.
you just can't, take a leap in. But in this business, I figured out that it's a doable business. Like
It's
many,
doable, right?
yes, many people who are ordinary people can make a side hustle, start a side hustle and start making some money for themselves and, pay some bills through that. So that really attracted me.
Yeah,
And
and we have really people between 18 to 75 years old. Like some people saying that, oh, I don't know anything about social media. I don't know anything about marketing or this stuff. And like, oh, okay, you don't need to, because we have a very, very good training that will teach you everything. Like we know something about online, about internet, social media, but our grandparents don't know anything. But we have people who working here at 80 years old, right? So that
absolutely.
shows that really you don't need to have a lots of skill to start this. And whatever you don't know, there is a very, very great training in this business that teach you. And I want you to please explain, what is this business about then?
Well, this business is actually social media marketing.
Mhm.
So we are uh, we are advertising on 6 platforms, and actually we are trying to advertise lifestyles so that people get to know that you can have a free lifestyle and even earn online, and you don't have to be dependent to be in one geographic point like all other people who are on a 9 to 5 job. And so there's a lot of difference when you want to go from this 9 to 5 routine job to this online business.
That's true. That was one of the reason I started. I'm a process engineer. I work in oil and gas companies,
Mhm.
and beside of that, we so unstable. The oil and gas industry is so unstable that you may have your job for 2, 3 years, make very good income, but you may not have work or job or project for a year, 2 or 3 years. Even I have heard people they don't have 3 years of job, and that, so it makes your life so unstable. It makes your financial decisions so hard. Beside of that great reason that I started this business, I was forced to live and work in Alberta because I was in oil and gas, right? And whole
Okay.
my family live in BC, so in Vancouver, and I always love to be close to my family. Like life is so short to be far from each other. We already came from Iran, came from we are losing lots of friends and family back home, right? And we are not seeing them, we are missing them. I don't want to just not be in contact or not be close to my immediate family if they are all in Vancouver. So and it was the reason that I was like, okay, I didn't need to work in a specific location, just be there to work and make money and lose being with my family, right? It's a trade. And I'm like, no, I don't like it. How many years I was working there for 9 years, and that's enough. And I'm tired. I want to be with my family. I have lost so many great of family moments growing up, my niece and nephew, not seeing enough my brother and sister, not seeing enough my parents. And I'm like, what I'm gaining in this life, right?
Exactly.
So this business was something that really blessing in my life that gave me that opportunity that just moved from Alberta to BC. I'm in BC now.
Oh,
Just
good.
be close to my family, right? And I'm
Mhm.
super happy of that. Like, although I'm working remotely still as engineer, but how long it's gonna take? Anytime they may ask me to go back again to the office, and I'm like, I'm gonna work on this business, and if I can still work remotely, perfect. But if I can't, easily I can say, okay, I'm not gonna go back to that one. I'm just gonna stick to my business, make money. The only thing is you have to enjoy your life. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter how. Like I want to be close to my family, make money, and enjoy the life. That's it, right?
exactly. Absolutely. That freedom is there. So you are independent of location. You're
That's true.
independent of uh, like time. You don't have a routine time. throughout the 24 hours. Whenever you feel like working, you can just get logged on and start your, just back up your online business and attend to your online business whenever you're free, whenever you feel like it. And that's the main thing which is really attracting many of us to this business. Not only us, but now the community is above 95,000 people.
That's true. That's
A
and
very
this
large amount of
95.
people in the community. So
Yes. That's a
this,
good thing about this business, this social media marketing, that we have a very great community to support each other, to
yeah,
help each other. That I love it. Like anytime that I have something comes up, I have any question, there is someone among these 95,000 people that answer me. I just send a question, hey people, what is this answer? What is the answer about this one? And bang, someone tells me, okay, do this, do that. And I love it. Like, I don't feel that I'm alone and starting up my business by myself. And I'm using other people's experience to grow up my business.
perfect. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, when actually I started, it was about a year back, maybe about 14 months back. But I was plugged out for
Mhm.
about 6 to 7 months. I started in February this year.
Oh, okay.
So because it was in concurrent with my other two startups, which I was really indulged in, my construction company and all that, blah blah. So this came in at the same time. So
Oh,
I unplugged from that and I plugged in again in February. So I
yeah.
started so I started my online business from February 2021.
Oh, nice. So, you know
Yeah,
what? The good thing is here that you started. You don't need to have a commitment like going to work every day with 8 to 5 and just be there, do something. You start this one, as you said, you may have some up and downs in your life, like it was concurrent with your startup in the other business that you have. You put a pause on that one and you went and did the other stuff, and again, come back and continue this one. That is a good thing because you are the business owner and you have the responsibility of your own business. It depends on how much you put effort on that one and how much you work on that one. It's the linear relationship with the making money, like a very straight relationship. I'm talking engineering.
yeah,
um, a very very straight relationship with the amount of time you spend on your work with the amount of money that you make. So you felt at some point you need to just put a pause on it, and you did it, and there was not a push on you that hey, you have to do this job, you have to do that job, you have to. It was your own decision, it was your own choice, and then after a while you go back and start it again.
exactly. So you can always get back to it whenever you want. You
Exactly.
don't have a commitment like a routine job. You can
Exactly.
always get to it whenever you have the time to do it, and that's what we're doing, and
Mhm.
that's the best part of it.
How many hours do you spend on your business now?
From February, I've been, when you want to build up the business, you have to get on logged onto the training, like everybody else who are we are just very casual. I was a very casual social media guy, so
That's
I just
awesome.
had one, LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is a professional platform. I was on LinkedIn. Other than LinkedIn, I wasn't on any other platforms at all. So I got active on my social Facebook, on my Instagram, and it really spurred the moment for me, and I started getting interested in it because it affected, it influenced my other businesses too.
That's true. That
Because
social marketing skills that can
yes,
affect any part of your life. You can do anything with that, right?
yes, exactly. So one of the main advantages for me was it gave me that social media literacy. So
Yes.
I was not such a social media savvy guy at all, but I am getting, day by day better, and by trying to build up my business on this online. So you get to know all about marketing. You get to know all about your own personal development.
That's true.
You feel that you're changing. You're not the same guy, because you would have, maybe you had the phobia of getting on the camera sometimes, talking about stuff, and you would think that it's so weird. How can I get on the camera and talk to people about this? you know that was one of the main challenges for me in this business, because like everybody else, actually, I think 90% of the people who are in this business, the main challenge for them is to get onto that mindset.
That's true.
You have to get onto that mindset that this is your business. You have to own your life. You shouldn't be thinking about what other people are talking about you or thinking about you. You have to have a solid goal that you want to build up your online business, and you have to move consistently.
That's true.
So this is actually a personal development side by side with business development. So if you want to become a successful business owner, a digital business owner, you have to welcome that change.
That's right.
You have to welcome that change. If you try to, push it away, and you try to put it on the second hand, or, try to whisk it away, you're not going to become successful in
No.
this business.
Like
So,
any kind of business, you have to put effort on it. You have to put a time on it.
yeah,
At the beginning of a startup, it takes effort and energy. But when your system goes ahead and everything is routine and nice because it's an automated system, you may not need to put lots of effort in it. Maybe a couple of hours and an hour per day is going to be enough at the beginning with all the training, with all the setup. It takes a little bit time and effort, and definitely it's clear that any kind of business that you want to start, you need that effort. It depends on how much you really need and how much you really willing to have that business for your own, to have your financial dependence, to have your own business and make money.
exactly. So it is that big why. In
Yes.
this business, you have to have a big why. Why do you
Why?
want to do this? Why do you want to get out of your comfort zone? Why do you want to get in front of a camera? Why do you want to do all this?
And nothing big happens unless you walk out from your comfort zone. Believe
Yes,
me, like whole big changes in your life when it happens that you just leave your own comfort zone and try the new thing and be open-minded to try the new things in your life. And our life are going towards everything online, everything is digital. So it is a bird's opportunity to just grab it now and start something new that is going to be the future, something in future.
that's absolutely true.
And I'm so happy you brought up that you were not a social media person, because so many people approach me and say, you know what, I like this one, but I'm not social media person. And I was like, you learn to be a social media person. The same amount of time you just spend on a Facebook going up and down, on Instagram going up and down, why not making money out of that, right? You just do half an hour, 2 hours in the evening, just going up and down and just going from one page to another page. Why not making money out of that, right?
Yeah, by scrolling on social media, most of us are at least on social media for 2 hours per day. At
That's
least
true.
2 hours per day. Okay, so if you could extend that to 4 hours or 3 hours for your business and make money, I think that would be better than just scrolling 2 hours aimlessly in social media. And I don't know, that's a choice which people have to make, because
That's true.
they would think that we are in social media, where we are scrolling in social media in order to relax, see some posts, see some funny posts. I am on TikTok, I am on Facebook, I am on Instagram, and I see lots of things on the reels going on TikTok going on, and all other platforms. I don't know, Pinterest or whatever.
Yeah, but it's
So,
so much fun too. I'm really enjoying in this business because it's lots of fun. Like being in social media, talking with and helping people. Like I'm happy that I'm able to help people to just get out of those stresses that I have before had before, and it just like I can see the changes and I enjoy it.
Absolutely. So it's actually that joy of helping people.
Yes,
Then you want to introduce this business to other people who are maybe struggling in their lives and they are looking out to make a few bucks more so that they could get their expenditures under control,
that's true.
pay some bills, right? We all have bills, we all have lots of things to pay for, and we wouldn't mind a few bucks in a month, which could help us in paying us our bills. And another very important thing about this business is it is a legacy you can leave for your heirs. That is, you wouldn't find in any other business. Like whenever you scale up in your business and you reach a good standing in your business, in your online business, you can always pass the benefits of this business to your children.
That's true.
So you wouldn't find any other business, online business, like you have to reach those milestones in this business where you could get a constant streamline stream of income when you scale your business, maybe in a period of 3 to 5 years, and it is a very considerable amount.
I love the pension plan that we have in the system. When I
Exactly.
started, I didn't know about it, but when I went through the training and the research more about that, I was like, I figured out about the pension plan. It was one of the things in behind my mind all the time that what I'm gonna do because I came in my mid of 30 to Canada, so I already lost so many of years to work on my pension plan and for my retirement time. So not having saved money for that time, like it's this thing that always bothered me that okay, what I'm gonna do, how long I'm gonna work, and what's gonna happen that time, right? But now I'm so happy that this business has a very strong patient plan that I'm not worried about that. Even I'm thinking I may get retired very sooner than I was expecting.
Exactly. For people who are thinking about retirement, and it's not a pension plan like an ordinary pension plan, because after some time, if you have your heirs, some of your heirs may benefit from your pension plan or they may not. You never know, because pension plans have special terms and conditions.
Yes,
But
that's
in
true.
this business, the pension plan has no terms and conditions. It just passes on. Whether your children are working, are they legitimate age, or no, they are minors or they're majors or whatever. So it doesn't make any difference if your heirs are working or not working or whatever, and it just passes on automatically from you to your heirs. So these are like very attractive benefits of this online business. And another very important thing about this business, which many of the folks would like to know about, is it's very legit. The risk factor is very low. There is a little bit of investment in the beginning, like all businesses have investment. But on the whole, it is a very, very low risk-oriented business.
That's true.
But
That's true.
you have to, it's an automated system, but in the beginning, you have to put some effort and build up your business. The moment you build up your business, the automated system is going to make wonders for you.
Yeah.
It's going to make wonders for you. The only thing is you have to pick up that momentum in this business. And it takes a bit of time in the beginning, a little bit, and a little bit of effort too, of course. But once you pick up, you get on that track,
you go.
There's no stopping to it.
That's true.
And you will see that everything is working out for you. Everything is coming in. The income starts flowing in, and you really get boosted to keep on going and scaling up in your business to reach higher goals.
That's true. I really don't get enough of talking with you. I really enjoy this conversation.
Thank you.
So, but it's like 25 minutes we are talking. I don't want to make it so long.
Okay.
So, is there anything else that would you like to share with our audience?
No, if there are some fence sitters who are still thinking and skeptical about it, I've just got a small advice for them. Nothing is going to change unless you take the opportunity.
That's true.
So if you don't take an opportunity, any opportunity, either it's this business, this online business, or any other business which you might be thinking about, you have to take the chance to look into it, to look into this business, and then make a decision, right?
That's true. And we have
So
a 30 days trial, right?
we have a
Anybody can
30-day
come in,
trial.
try it, and if they don't want it, if the
Exactly. They
money
can
is
always come into the community, talk with people who are business owners, and they've been in the community for more than 5 years now. Talk with them, ask them, make their journey as, get out of that skepticism. Unless you don't get into this community, you wouldn't be able to kill that skepticism. So, and you can always make a decision. If you think that you're not made for this business, you can't do this business, you can always get your $150 refund after the 30 days trial. But if you think you are made for this business and you can put some time, a little bit of effort, and scale like all other people in this community are doing, then why not? Go ahead and come on in.
Come on in. We're going to see you inside.
Yeah, those people who are still making, thinking about this business, nothing is going to change by thinking.
That's true.
You have to take action.
Take the action.
You have to take action. If you take action, maybe there may be some rays of hope that you are getting into some real stuff. Otherwise, it's just a story.
That's true. That's true. Thank you so much, Reza, for your time. I'm so happy that we have you here today, so we can talk more about the details later in another interviews. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Marjan.
Anytime.
I wish you all the best.
You too. Bye.
Bye.